Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Evan Carthy from evancarthy.com. Today is September 18th, 2020, Friday. Markets are closed, so we're going to go over a little bit what happened last week and then what to look forward to going into next week, which will be that Monday, September 28th. All right, so looking at it right here, here's the daily chart for the S&P 500. Let's back this up here a little bit. So as you can see, using this five-wave move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Price overshot the pivot zone a little bit, no big deal. And then it came and broke out of this one right here. And this is what I was talking about, I believe, last week when I said I was looking for downside here in the market coming this week. So what that line signifies right there is basically it is the 23.6 to 38% fib speed resistance line. So when that breaks right there, the first target we're looking for is this one right here. And all that is using this swing high right here to up here. That is a 38% line. So price came down, hit that here, no problem. And then sometimes it pivots off of that and continues its trend upwards. This time it did not. So when it does not, then the second area that we are looking for is, let me delete that real quick, is going to be, and let me actually delete, there's too many Fibonacci retracements on here. The second one we're looking for is when it breaks into this blue area right here. And the blue area is just the difference between, or 38% is the green and the 50% is the blue right there. So when price breaks down into here, which it did, then the target we're looking for is the 38% from the start of the five-way move, which is going to be this right down there, this one right here. And then you just drag it up to the high. You can see price came down and hit that. So both of those were completed. No issue at all there. So of course price can still continue to go lower, but the way I trade, those are the resistant levels that I look for it. And so, or the target areas that I look for. So both of those are completed. So what that does now is it sets us up for a potential move higher. But I do think in the near term, though, starting here for next week, I do think we go a little bit lower for a little bit, and then a little bit, yeah, real concise there. But I do think we go a little bit lower. Let me show you why. So starting with this high up here, coming down, you can see here it didn't hit the 38, so it's not valid right there. Did hit the 38 right there, so that locks in the trade, where if it is going to come down, the target we're looking for is this, the 1.416 Fibonacci extension level. Came down there and hit it, so completed that setup right there. So then we just continue drawing this down right here. Price came up, hit the 38% right here. And now late on Friday, you can see price broke out of this. That was the previous pivot low down right here. So that's why I think starting off for next week, maybe the next day or two, looking for more downside in the market to come down and eventually complete this at around 3252.75. And I'll just draw the target box right here. Switch this over. Target. So looking for it up here. Of course, price can go much lower than that, but that is the target I am looking for, to consider that setup to be complete. But so what it does though is when the price came down, and this is a new trade setup I actually just started doing this week. When the price came down and hit the 38% of the overall move right there, what it sets you up for is, and I'll go back to the hourly chart to get closer to it. What it sets you up for is a potential long the other way. And all I do is I take my fib speed resistance fan from that high down to the low, which was right here. And so as you can see, there's the low, here's the high. Price came and broke out of it right there. So when the price breaks out, that's just the 50% to the 61.8% going into the purple area right here of the fib speed resistance fan. So when that happens, the maximum target I look for is going to be the 88.64 up here. I can see price did not go up there and hit that. So what I do is when a new low is created, what I do is go and keep drawing it to wherever the new low is. So then the next entry you'd be looking for is whenever price goes and breaks this, goes into the blue to purple right there, and then the target exit is going to be the 88.6 area right there. So starting off the week, if I'm looking for price to go down, hit this target area, and then I'll just continue to move that down until it starts reversing and going higher, and then when price breaks up into here, who knows when that's going to be, but eventually when it does, then the target area is going to be the top of the purple box, which is the 88.6 Fibonacci retracement level. So it's going to be around, I don't know, 35.20, depending on how, it just depends on how much lower this goes right here. So starting off early in the week, looking for downside, but later in the week, if not next week, the week after, definitely looking for more upside here in the S&P 500. Now going into the Dow Jones here real quick. Dow Jones is a little bit of a different area right here. So what we have is a 5-wave move right here: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see how it barely just kissed off the pivot zone, and that pivot zone area is using just the coming from the 0% from the move, or not the 0%, the 0.0 of the 5-wave move, going up to the third point for it. And what it is the 1.46 to the 1.618. That's where I see a lot of reversals happen, and so that just signifies me to look for reversals somewhere in this area. But as you can see from the last chart, it does overshoot it from time to time, which is no big deal at all. But during this instance, what's look like it is using this pivot zone, it is pivoting off of it. So once it does that, we are looking for it to break this, well, I highlighted it, the line right there. I created an orange line right there, going into the green. Look for it to close into the green here. And then once it does that, the target we're looking for is going to be about 26,653, 26,653. And how I get that is I use this, the 0.1 of that 5-wave move all the way up to 0.5, and that's the 38% for it right there. So that will be the target when, if or when the price, if it breaks below this orange line right here into the green and doesn't make a new high right there. So looking for that. And then if the price continues to go down lower, breaks into the blue, then this is the overall 38% target area that we are looking for it right there. So definitely looking for more downside eventually coming up in the Dow. The only way I don't think we get there is if price, let's draw, where's the arrow that I have? Is if price in the next day or two when the market opens, or the next day or two for next week, is price just shoots on back up, creates a new high up here, and then we'd be redrawing those lines again. So chances are it's going to eventually, sooner than later, close below this, and then this is a target area we're going to look for around 26,650-ish, something like that, 26,650 for that one right there. And let's see, going into the Nasdaq, last but not least right here, the Nasdaq is actually a little bit further along than the Dow Jones right there. As you can see, using this, let's get rid of this thing right here. Using this wave right here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Price did come down and break below it right here, which signified we're looking for this exit of about 10,704. Friday, it came very close, or today actually, came very close to hitting it, but didn't quite hit it. There has been times I see it where it gets a little bit closer than that and may not exactly hit it before it moves on, but for most of the time, 90% of the time, it goes down and hit it. So I'm not willing to say that this is complete right now. I am looking for a move lower, at least to come down here and hit this that 38% line from the point, from the 1 point move right here. There it goes right there, hitting that right there. So looking for that. And then if it continues to go down lower, which it looks like it could do, and breaks to that blue box down there, then we're going to look for the exit right here, which is the 30% line of the full move for it. Let's see if I can grab it. No, that's not it. Well, we can just get rid of that. Right there, there's the low. And as you can see, there's the 38% line right here, just going over, and then bam, right there, the top of this other blue box right there, at the top of that box, right there. So looking for that exit, which would be about 10,188. Then if that happens, just like as I pointed out here in the ES, Then we draw this back down here, going the other way, looking for a break into the purple box if it does that, and looking for that target exit right there. So between the S&P 500, that's actually looking like the most bullish compared to the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq. Here, just to recap here real quick. Start off the week for the S&P 500. I am looking for a little bit of a move lower to come down and complete this Fibonacci kind of retracement level right there. You see if you're using like a 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3 move right there. Looking for it to come down and complete it down around 32.52. Then once that happens, which it is in a, sorry, I'm getting tongue tied here. It is in a current long setup as well. From this to that, price broke to the purple right there, but did create new lows, so it moves over here. So look for more downside, and then whenever it bottoms out, going to lock this into it, wait for price to break up to that purple, wherever that's going to be. Then the exit's going to be around 35.30ish, 35.20ish, wherever it decides to end up down here. That will signify where this target up here will be. And then for the Dow Jones right here, unless we get some serious support right up here and price continues to move up over there, looking for it to break down in here, come down at that minimum, hit this target down here, 26,625. And then for the Nasdaq, it has already broken to it, but looking for a little bit move down to go and end up completing this target down here around 10,710. And then if we get more of a fall through to it, and price breaks this blue line right there, that blue line, then looking for the target of the top of this blue box right here at about 10,212.75. Then if that happens, that would open us up for a potential long setup to the upside wherever price bottoms out down here and then retraces back up, hits in this purple line, and then the target would be somewhere up in here. Of course, price can go higher than that, but that's the target area that I look for right there. So starting off next week, looking for another move lower, but then eventually there could be some setups moving it back into the upside. So that's it for today. It's Evan Carthy from evancarthy.com. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Bye.